So I'm very proud of my first career. My first career was really capital J journalism. I worked in daily newspapers for 24 years as a reporter, editor, critic. I also recognize the value of journalism in today's society. I'm extremely passionate about how we need to continue supporting journalism. We start every engagement with a deep dive discovery. And I know that might sound like what other agencies do, and in some capacity it is, but in this situation, our discovery is led by me. And again, journalist for 24 years, I'm used to asking people hard questions, active listening, and then following up. Oftentimes, I'm stopping them in the middle of a sentence and saying, wait a minute, did you just say X? Because we have to actively listen to one another, and I think that's something that's desperately missing from the comms environment. When we hear you say something, you definitely don't know that you just dropped the beginning of a gold trail to the end of the rainbow, but once we realize, we're like, wait a minute, we need to hear more. It's so fun to be a PR professional as we see this inflection point in media where we're still seeing important journalism being created on the more traditional and the mainstream side. That's where I come from. But as we're seeing a lot of this news distribution and dissemination transferring to other channels, and now figuring out how we can best communicate with them and give them what they most need. Content creators, let's get them in here, let's try the product, let's position them in front of the brand, and then create an environment that's useful for them. They recognize the Instagrammability of our space very quickly. What we'll do is we'll create up different quiet areas. You know, when they come, we're welcoming them with drinks and the hospitality and the food. But we also think it's important to eventually, hey, we're going to turn down the music. We have a couple ring lights in different areas, and we're fully willing to be your camera people. Most of those new releases are not newsworthy on their own merits, but we can make them newsworthy. And if this is an important initiative, heck, let's talk about a survey or a trend report, what that might look like so we can find more eyeballs, make it more broadly relevant, and really employ some of those tactics from journalism to make sure we're giving your product every chance it possibly can to find some valuable earned media. One of our areas of focus that we've always really thrived at Grasslands has been complicated brand narratives in infinitely complicated spaces. You know, of course, we kind of specialize in working with brands that are highly regulated, that don't have a very clear roadmap for going to market or finding that target audience, and you also don't always have access to all of those marketing channels. And so that's where our creativity takes over and really provides us the opportunity to have some fun and think big.